Yes, I know my hair is crazy. Yes, I know it looks a mess. I really don't care. It's my day off, and I have more important things to discuss. I want to just make a video on a status that I just released. It was a little ranty, but I really feel that this has to be said. And the more we talk about it, the more people will wake up. First, this is not a liberal or democratic or any political type thing. Every party has been fooled. This is not a Trump thing. Hillary's out of the picture, but just for the liberals out there, this is not about her either. The whole thing is bullshit. And once you realize that, the sooner we can fix it. I am sorry. I'm not sorry. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Because everyone's sorry. Everyone's offended. No. This is what it is. Research it. If you don't like what I'm saying, go look it up. Because I guarantee you, it's probably true if you research hard enough. I'm saying one thing. I'm not going to get into MKUltra today. I'm not going to get into the reptilians, the Illuminati. I'll leave that for you to sift through. Because if you can understand one basic thing about this world, I think we're going to be all right. And that's this. It is all order out of chaos. The powers that be, the Illuminati, the bankers, whoever you blame, whoever it is to blame, and we shouldn't be blaming anyone, really, it all comes down to order out of chaos. When I say that, this is what I mean. The government runs on chaos. It needs chaos, so it has the excuse and ability to create order, okay? So what happens is you perceive chaos. Most people now perceive it through the freaking TV, the news. There seems to be chaos everywhere. This group, that group, violence, this, that, hate speech, hate. Next thing you know, you're giving up all your rights to get rid of this, and it's your rights that you're giving up. And most of it is just blown totally out of proportion, and it's not even, and the world is not even half as chaotic as you may think. It really isn't. But when you sit there and watch the news, it all seems horrible. But go out in your daily life. You know, I have been out a lot lately at my job. I don't want to get too into it, but I'm constantly seeing acts of kindness. You know, are you? Probably. I don't think you're seeing what the news is portraying. I'm not saying that bad things don't happen. I'm not saying that hate doesn't happen. We know it does. I mean, I understand that sometimes it can seem like there's ignorance all around. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but what I am saying is that it comes from a higher source. Now, not the president. This is not about Trump. This is about above Trump, the people who really make the decisions. The presidents, they write they sign the bills. They sign the bill. I'm telling you right now. It's about something higher. And it's order out of chaos. Because if you have chaos, then you can get people to be afraid and give up their rights. And we have countless examples of this through history. I mean, just look it up. I'll give a popular one. Pearl Harbor. Right? The Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. We knew this was happening. You think we didn't know that was going to happen? We knew. Why'd we let it happen? So there would be chaos and anger. Now we have World War II. We wanted to get into World War II. There's a ton of economic benefit to be had for those in power, not you or me. Okay, you have to understand this now. War is not seen the same by them, by the people that powers that be, the Illuminati, whatever you call it. I don't want to get into that. You know, I'm trying to give a basic thing here. 9/11. Whether you think it's an inside job or not, we know that they had an idea that they were based. The government was told there's probably going to be an attack in New York City. The Twin Towers will be attacked. They did nothing. Why do nothing? Even if you have the slightest inkling that something might go wrong, why not do something in this supposed security state? Because they needed the chaos to get into the Middle East. And it works in the government's favor, and I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. And it's not Republican, it's not liberal, it's none of that. It doesn't matter who's in office, because this stuff is staged. And that's another thing they've got us fighting, this bullshit politics. I mean, you know, so, and again, order out of chaos. The pendulum swings. Now you got Trump in. Now all the liberals are out of their minds, and the hate. I guarantee you within 8 years you'll have another liberal Democratic president in office. And then you'll have all the conservatives, and they're going to be scared shitless of the new world order. And it'll swing again. And all the while, nothing you want will get done, but what they want will be implemented, because everyone will be just in a frenzied panic of chaos. And that's how the government works. And that's how it all gets done. Okay? Okay. So, one other thing I want to say, and I do want to say this, as a person who considers himself a liberal, I don't mean the current definition of liberal, because that is not what a liberal is. Listen, free speech is free speech, okay? Anyone can say whatever they want, okay? Now, you can't violently attack somebody, that's not right, but if a person wants to give a speech that you feel, as a liberal, is offensive, well, that's just really too bad. If you feel it's hateful, then you go give your own speech about why that's hateful, and you use facts. Or better yet, don't give it any power at all. But to be violently protesting an Ann Coulter speech and trying to get it canceled at a campus and then succeeding, what do you think that does? That just reinforces the other side's idea that we are out of our control and out of our minds. And let me tell you something. It's wrong. And liberals have got this all messed up. Because this is what scares me, I'll tell you. Because liberals are the ones who think that they are supporting free speech and fighting for it. And they are the ones who are condemning it to those who they do not like. And that is when it gets dangerous, because then you will have total takeover of the government. If you don't like what someone's saying, you give your own speech. Okay? And by the way, this whole protesting thing, I've changed my mind on this. Because, violent protesting just creates more chaos. I mean, what are people thinking? I just want to know what people are thinking. As a liberal, free speech is for everyone. And if you don't like Ann Coulter or what that white supremacist, which that's another story, because there are some white supremacists, most of these people are not white supremacists. They're just labeled that way because liberals don't like what they're saying, of course. So they're white supremacists. But if you don't like what they're saying, you don't go to that speech. You don't give that person power. I mean, we're in the same side. And this is the thing. Nothing has changed, really. Do you notice that? Nothing's really changed. We still have race issues. We still have all these the parties. We still have the protests. In some ways, yes, we have evolved greatly. But in other ways, it's just a broken record. And that's because you have to wake up to order out of chaos. The more chaos, the more anger, the more the government feeds off it. It doesn't matter who's in power, what party, or what president. Okay? I'm going to leave the rest up to you. And if you don't agree with me, you can say whatever you want. If you're offended, I really don't care. And go research it yourself. And please don't turn on CNN or Fox. Because if you do that, then you're just as hopeless as anyone. Okay, have a great day. Peace and love.